Picture this, a quiet rural road. The night is calm. Only the soft rustling of leaves fills the air. Suddenly you hear footsteps, but they're not human. They're too light, too fast. You turn, and there it is. A dog, but something is horribly, horribly wrong. This isn't an ordinary animal, it's a skinwalker, and if you hear it calling your name, run. Tonight we're diving into one of the most terrifying legends whispered around campfires, the skinwalker dog. And let me tell you, this is one story that will keep you up tonight. You think you're brave enough? Let's get started. Our story takes place in New Mexico, where barren deserts meet moonlit hills. Kyle, a local rancher, had been driving home late one night. It was supposed to be a routine drive, something he'd done 1,000 times. But that night, it wasn't the same. Ever get the feeling you're not alone? Kyle did. And here's where it gets creepy. As he turned down the winding road toward his property, something darted across his headlights. A shadow, low to the ground, fast and almost familiar. He couldn't shake the chill creeping up his spine. He told himself, it's just a dog, but he knew better. He'd heard the stories, of course. Every town has that one legend, and here, it was the skinwalker dog. A creature that could mimic the shape of an animal, but never perfectly. He'd laughed them off before. But tonight, laughter felt like a distant memory. Isn't it funny how the mind plays tricks on you? Or maybe it's not a trick at all. As he continued down the road, he heard something, a voice, soft, almost a whisper. His own name. Kyle. He stopped the car, frozen. There was no one around. So who or what was calling him? Kyle's instincts told him to get out of there, but curiosity won over. He slowly stepped out of his truck, flashlight in hand, scanning the darkness. And that's when he saw it. The figure lurking by the edge of the trees. A dog, but its eyes glowed too bright, its limbs moved too sharply. It was trying to look like a dog, but it wasn't fooling anyone. Kyle felt the cold grip of terror. He knew he needed to leave, but his feet were rooted to the ground. And then it started moving toward him, slowly, deliberately. Now I know what you're thinking. Kyle, buddy, get back in the truck. Believe me, he thought it too. But sometimes, the things we fear the most are the ones we can't look away from. The creature, now only a few feet away, cocked its head, almost as if it was sizing him up. And then, with a low, guttural growl, it spoke. Kyle, come closer. That was it. In a flash, he turned and sprinted back to his truck, slamming the door and speeding down the road, the creature's eerie glow fading in his rearview mirror. You'd think that would be enough for one night, right? But here's where it gets even stranger. After that night, Kyle's life changed. He started hearing things, seeing shadows in the corner of his eye. The feeling of being watched lingered, no matter where he went. And some nights, he swears he hears that voice whispering his name outside his window. So, was it just a one-time encounter, or had he somehow invited it into his life? Now, as terrifying as this story may seem, it's just one of many encounters people claim to have had with the skinwalker dog. Legends like these thrive in the eerie silence of the night, reminding us that the world may not be as safe as we'd like to believe. If you're looking for more spine-chilling tales, you'll want to check out our next story, Nightmare at Niagara, the true horror story. If you think this was scary, wait until you hear what lurks in the shadows of Niagara Falls. Just hit that end screen to keep the chills going. Sweet dreams, if you can sleep.